Welcome to another edition of Biro Sports Talk. You know, your Thursday night destination where we talk about sports. Now, as you can see, Evo Retro's got your gaming needs. Honestly, love the hoodie I have from them for merch. Love the controllers I got using for the Switch or my racing controller for those type of games. Love it. But hey, if you haven't already, there's a link in the description. Give them a look. But you know, we are here to talk sports as always. With me, your host, Biro, with the most, I guess. I don't know. But remember, you can always email Biro Sports Talk any sports questions anytime. And don't forget, we're on all sorts of platforms: Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Ah, man. We got it all. So, let's start with the obvious. We're talking NFL draft again. So, why the NFL draft? Well, we're approaching the NFL draft here sooner than expected, of course. I believe the draft. It's not. I'm pretty sure I timed it up just right. It should be the 28th of this month. Yep, 28th. And I timed it just right where we do the East this week, both the AFC and NFC East. And then next week we do the NFC and AFC South and hear what they have to do. Always fun, man. Always fun. It's interesting to see. But hey, if you haven't already, you know, you can always follow, like, all the different things, these pages. I see the bot is working on Twitch right now. Trying to figure out why. And we'll see what happens, man. But I know viewers are changing for Twitch. But if you're on Facebook, man, I appreciate you as well. YouTube, same. But if you comment, all you have to do is comment and I will acknowledge it. I see all forms of the chat thanks to Restream.io. Works great. I can easily stay on top of things with that. So, what to expect this week? Or in 2 weeks, I should say. So let's try and focus on one or the other. So which one comes up first when we talk about the East? Well, the first thing that comes first are the Jets. I mean, the Jets are just... They haven't put together a good team in a while. And now, just so everyone knows, I do use WalterFootball.com as a reference. Feel free to take a look there. But I see WalterFootball.com going with Kayvon Thibodeaux for the Jets, and I love the pick. Thibodeaux is a very good player. I think the Jets need a talent like that. In this draft, though, you got Hutchinson going one. You got Georgia's defensive end going to the Lions, and Ahmad Gardner at the corner for Cincy going to the Texans. Thibodeau's still great. The end, seeing him go forward, it's not surprising, and I think it's still a good pickup for them. Would you have liked to see Evan Neal? Maybe, but they need some defense, man. The Jets, they have more needs at a lot of different positions than just... Oh! There we go. Turn that down a little bit. It's looking good. But like I said, Jets, that's who I got. I think they got to build more, though, around Wilson. You'll see some picks here in like the second and third where it's like protect him, maybe some weapons. Weapons would be nice though as well. Sticking with that AFC East, because we like to do one side. Jets also have the 10 pick. I like this pick of Garrett Wilson. Here's your weapon. Love it. I mean, Garrett Wilson's a very talented guy. Speedster. A lot of people... I just think it's a very good pickup. Going that route, letting the Redskins get that Drake London, but getting Garrett Wilson, I think that's the right choice. Oh man, it's gonna make me. There we go. Ah, no, it did it for both, didn't it? There we go. For some reason, they split the first round into different pages, so I'm trying to make sure I save it so I don't have to load it and load it and load it. So. Patriots at 21. I like the Devin Lloyd pick. Devin Lloyd is a very good linebacker. I expect whoever gets him to have a very valuable player. He's a Utah guy. The Patriots have Dante Hightower as a free agent. Kyle Van Noy was released. And Belichick likes his players to be young for some reason. If they get a certain age, he usually cuts them before they become the back end. So I like the Devin Lloyd pick. And then, of course, you got the Bills. Bills, they're going corner in this one. Andrew Booth Jr. from Clemson. Not a bad pick. I would have preferred maybe a guard or tackle even. Don't really need weapons. I'm just not wowed by that pick. I don't know if he will continue to be the guy. And they'll probably end up going best available. And if that's who they think is best available, that's probably who they're going to go. I don't think they'll go quarterback per se. But that's what I see. Looking into the second round, though, trying to find the Dolphins, man. For some reason, they probably did trade both, didn't they? Because this year's been very weird. Ooh. It's alright. As I was saying, with the sports talk, trying to find the Dolphins pick. I know, yep, they've already traded away the first, second, and fourth, so I need to go all the way into the third round to see the Dolphins pick up. So the Dolphins, with their year, come on, where's the Dolphins? I'm not seeing the Dolphins. Again, seriously, man? Come on. Man, I know they have picks, man. Why am I drawing a blank? That's alright. We'll figure it out. In the meantime, like I said, I do think the Jets will build around Zach Wilson this year. Maybe get some weapons. Maybe get protection, like a guard, tackle. My biggest thing, though... third rounder, it says. Should be the 38th pick. Okay. That requires me to count. There they are. I see it. And they have them picking a cornerback. Again, Mario Goodrich, Clemson, not a bad pick. I wouldn't mind it. Especially with Xavier Howard as a trade, in a word, trade bait. Everyone's always trying to see, hey, Miami, you want to trade and part ways with your best cornerback? So, I very well see that being the case eventually. So not bad. Like I said, don't mind the Patriots going linebacker, especially with, what was his name? Devin Lloyd. Utah inside linebacker, like him. Like, don't mind the Bills pick for corner as well, needing some depth. You would want better options though, and they have better high end options in this draft. But this leads us to the NFC East. So the NFC East, you have your Eagles, you got your Commanders, before I say the wrong name, Cowboys, and the Giants. So I probably said the wrong name earlier for the Washington team, but we have corrected that. So at 5, you got the Giants. I love the pick of Evan Neal. I don't think you give up on Daniel Jones yet. He's shown a lot of promise, and I do think you have to basically protect him. I mean, that's the biggest issue. You got to protect the guy. So Evan Neal, I think, is a great pick. He moves very well. Another Bama lineman who will help protect the quarterback. And, they got another pick at 7. And I like this pick as well. Derek Stingley, cornerback, LSU. Now, would I have liked a wide receiver? Maybe. Yes, they need, an actual good wide receiver. But I like this corner. You're picking 2 very dominant fields. And I think Stingley will be a solid number 1 cornerback for them. He's 6'1", 190. He might need some muscle, though, is what I see. Speaking of your Commanders, before I say the wrong name again, because they have it as the wrong name in their webpage. I hope they fix it sometime. So you see, Wentz is there, so they don't need a quarterback per se. They have Terry McLaurin at wide receiver, and they have him going with Drake London. Garrett Wilson's already gone. Personally, as I've said many times, going Chris Olave would be what I do. But Drake London's a very talented guy. He's a good receiver. He has mismatched size. He's kind of like a Mike Evans for them. And that's kind of what they need to go with a Terry McLaurin, who's a very good receiver as well. Do I see them going running back and others? Yes, they need a lot of these positions. I think line is surprisingly okay. But I would love to see a talented running back, this pick at receiver, and stuff working out for them. Maybe some defensive backs if you want some defense. Oh, right here at 15, the first, I believe, of many for the Eagles. Oh, yeah, first of many. They got him going defensive tackle, Jordan Davis. I mean, not a bad pick. You got to thank Fletcher Cox. He's going to be 32. Ouch. Then He's not bad. This kid's not bad. He's a very talented kid. In the second round, you got the 18 pick, where you got safety Kyle Hamilton as the projected guy. I like it. I think a safety wouldn't be bad. One that runs a 4.7. Wouldn't mind even a tackle or something. But I get splitting it, one offense, or actually both are defense. I just feel like they're going to pick. Something tells me they're going to pick a receiver. I don't know what it is, but something tells me they're going to pick a receiver sometime. But I like Kyle Hamilton. He will probably be a good safety or linebacker, and I think he'll help out greatly. So we talked about the Commanders, talked about the Giants, we talked about the Eagles. That just leaves us with them boys. We pick at 24. Yeah, you kind of have to look at it this way. They have Treylon Burks, wide receiver, Arkansas. You would have liked like a Jameson Williams to fall, maybe even, dare I say, Chris Olave, as I throw his name around so many times. But we'll be honest, like a Treylon Burks, he's a very talented guy. 6'3", good speed. I like him. You still have some other receivers for Dak. It's a little surprising that Amari and Cetric left. Like, for Amari to go to the Browns, man, that's saying a lot. Because the Browns are an organization that rarely gets things right. But, man, when we talk about them, they did something right finally with that trade. And then Cedric Wilson, he is now a Dolphin. Just so we have where they went. And because we're here already, we're going to look at their second round for the NFC. Because they have the Giants going defensive end from Penn State, Arnold Ebiketie. Yeah. And I don't think he's a bad guy, but he would be a very solid player for them. I'm just looking through the Commanders. They go corner. Alabama guy. Do I think corner's a good one there? Maybe not. Maybe gets like linebacker. But corner, nowadays, a lot of teams just stack up on corners, man. You kind of have to anymore. They have the Eagles even going corner. Roger McCreary from Auburn, cornerback. Start across from Darius Slay. Maybe McCreary's the guy. The biggest knock, though, is he's my height, 5'11". You know, that's not bad. Especially if he can jump. And that's the biggest thing. And they have the Cowboys going safety in this one. Safety. Penn State. Jaquan Brisker. They do give up a lot of big plays. If you can get a safety that can stop that, that'll help a lot. Because I think it's not always Trayvon Diggs' fault. Sometimes there needs to be safety help. But it could be scheme, so we'll see how the Cowboys combat that. As for the AFC East, I mean, we took all the way to the third round for the Dolphins, man. But as we were talking, we got the Jets. They go linebacker. I like that. They really need more defensive depth. They also have Kenneth Walker the third as the 38th pick, and I like that pick a lot. Gives them a very talented running back. They do have Michael Carter. They have some other guys, but getting Kenneth Walker helps. Let's see. We know that Dolphins are just not happening till the third round. I don't think. Nope. There's the Bills right there at 57. They got guard, and I think that's okay. You can go guard here. LSU kid. They had Ed Ingram. You can go guard, and the reason why is because you got to protect Josh Allen. I know Josh Allen can run. He can do stuff. But another guard, especially a tough run blocker, helps tremendously. All I can say, though, is like the Bills, their big missing link. I'm trying to actually see if I can find like a depth chart. Here we go. I mean, you do have Devin Singletary, who's supposed to be good. He's okay, I guess. Zach Moss is okay. But man, I can just picture them pulling the trigger on one of these running backs even. Because like at the beginning of the second round, you see in these mocks, that's when the running backs start coming off. You see like a Breece Hall. You see Kenneth Walker third. But who else can we see at that position? Like, because like best available, you have Kenneth Walker the third. You got Breece Hall. James Cook is one I've seen a lot of. Isaiah Spiller's not a bad running back. But I'll be honest, man. I look at these running backs and I see a lot of okay guys. You can get them later in the draft. I don't see one name that screams to me they're going to make a giant difference. And I mean, it's weird for me to say that because, like, running back, that's what everyone used to want to be. So what does that leave us with right now at the 25-minute mark? Well, that leaves us with our final NFC AFC North for next week. What we'll do for draft night, because I don't believe the draft doesn't start until after the show. Ooh, so what will Byro do for Byro Sports Talk in the meantime? Just to confirm, though, yep, doesn't start until 8. So what Byro will do for the draft on the 28th. 7 o'clock, Byro Sports Talk. We will do our own mock draft just moments before they go live. And I think, there will be trades. There'll be people going here and there. We didn't really talk much about the quarterbacks as much as years past. Briefly touched it in some cases. ESPN, of course, Malik Willis, number 1, Kenny Pickett 2, Matt Corral 3, Desmond Ridder 4th, and a guy who a lot of people thought would be higher, Sam Howell, is 5. Unknown Carson Strong 6, and then you got some other guys. You got guys, pretty much. I don't know if you'll see much of Skylar Thompson anywhere being talked about. Bailey Zappit might go somewhere. Someone want to take a chance, but could I see Jack Cohn? I could see him go somewhere. Ooh, 6'7", 250 guy? Man, I'm surprised someone's not trying to convert him to tight end or tackle. Cole Kelly of southeastern Louisiana. And of course, you got guys at the back end. There's always guys, man. But man, if I had to say what this draft would be big on, it's definitely ends and receivers. For sure. And of course, you got your linemen that you always have. Oh yeah, that's a guy you're gonna have to watch out. Isaiah Likely from Coastal Carolina, tight end, stud, if I remember correctly, man. Man, I don't even see that some of these names that I expected to be on here. Shamari Jones is the 26th ranked. Yeah, that's a little disappointing too, man. Just looking through some of the names that I remember from the smaller teams. Oh man, but as we are at our halfway point, we are at the 30-minute mark. We usually aim about 30 minutes. Last week we were a little long because we were talking about the AFC, NFC, West, and South last week. So if you missed it, check out last Thursday's episode. You can find it on YouTube and Facebook. I think Twitch takes them down. So you can always rewatch stuff on Facebook or YouTube. With that being said, we're on all sorts of platforms, man. We're on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. We're on Instagram, where you can see a lot of the same stuff on Facebook, Twitter. Let's not forget, though, you can always ask your questions to ByroSportsTalk@gmail.com. And just because one last time, as I always do, Evo Retro, got your gaming needs. Just bought an extension for my controller. Evo Retro has these for retro games. You should definitely check them out. From a measly 5 feet to now about 10, 12 feet. So nice that I can actually have some slack and stretch out the controller a little bit. So thank you guys who have tuned in. I see we got 4. Looks like all Twitch. I know there was some from Facebook earlier, but that's alright. And of course, the only person in the chat right now is little Byro Forbat. But that's okay. Thanks for tuning in. I know some of you will watch this retroactively because it just fits your schedule better, and I appreciate it, man. But if you don't mind, give it a like, give it a comment or so on Facebook or YouTube, and we'll catch you guys next time. Don't know when that'll be at the moment. I do know Easter is this weekend, and I hope you all have a happy Easter. Enjoy time with your family, as I will with mine. Let's also not forget for Good Friday tomorrow. I know I'll be working. For those who get to enjoy the day off, just have a great day, everyone. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, I'm just going to throw it down there in the chat because I can. Oh, man. If you haven't already, join the Discord, man. It doesn't have to always be sports in there, man. A lot of people think that's how it is, but feel free to join the Discord, man. I know for Twitch it's going to show. I know there's always a link in the preview for Facebook. Hey, if you want the Discord, just message me, man. You guys know who I am. It's Byro, your boy, as always. I will see you guys next time. Don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. Don't know if it's going to be Saturday. But for sure, Tuesday. As always, with some more retro gaming until we beat this game. After we beat Final Fantasy 3/6, I keep calling it that because it's Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo. But it's always been referred to as Final Fantasy 6 overall. Once we figure that out, we may have to try our hand at some other classic games. Maybe a little fun classic games, like maybe Rock Band. People know I like my music, so we'll see. Like I said, talk to you guys next time. Byro Sports Talk ends again. Next time we will be talking AFC North, NFC North, rambling. Got to. But see you guys next time, whether it's Byro Sports Talk, Byro Retro Gaming, any gaming, anything. See you next time.